Look at this. Credits. Look at those credits. Pretty credits. A Nintendo symbol. Let's go over and let's cross it off the list. That's it. That's Star Tropics. That's game 42 out of 42. We actually did a bonus game. We did we played an extra version of Monopoly. We switched Monopoly the other night and came in second place. Maybe we can avenge that. Here's the last game though. Star Tropics. Let's take that gray check mark. Let's turn it green. Got credits on that. So how many games do we get credits on? So let's see. We've got. You feel empty now, Microtic? It is quite a game. I love that game. Got that green check mark. We got, more importantly, we got the green. We got the stars as well. So Cobra Triangle, we beat it with cheese. Let's go through the 42 games here. We beat Cobra Triangle with cheese. Micro Machines did not beat. That'll take a few streams probably. I don't know if I'll be able to beat that. That's a tough game. Blades of Steel, we beat the junior tournament. So there's 2 more levels, I think. I think there's like College and Pro. Super Mario 3, beat that, got credits. DuckTales, beat that, got credits. Got muted for DuckTales. Marble Madness did not beat that. That's one I'm going to try and beat time. That's going to take some work. That's one of those games, it's such a short game, but it's so tough. It goes by so quick. You die quickly. Jaws, we got credits on that. Bugs Bunny's Birthday Blow, we got credits on that. We played Tetris with 4 different versions of Tetris on the NES. We played the original Bulletproof Software version from 1980, the Famicom. Played the Tengen version, or Tengen. For the we got first place on these, so I gave myself a star on this because I managed to get first place in the high scores in all of these. We played the Tengen one, or Tengen, how you pronounce it. And then we played the Nintendo version, which everybody knows and loves. And then we played the Bulletproof Software. They made a second game for Famicom only, and they called it Tetris 2, not the Tetris 2 that you know from North America, but a different 2 that was called, it never came out anywhere else, for the Famicom. Yeah, thanks, Boomstick. We're just kind of reminiscing here. So we just got credits on Star Tropics as well. We got credits on Wario's Woods. After I beat that, I didn't really talk about this afterwards, but when I beat that, after I restarted, when I went to start that, I was like, man, I thought I played this before. Maybe it was maybe I was playing it on Nintendo Switch or something, because I don't see my progress save, because I thought I was about 30 levels into it, but it was like reset. Played through it, got to the level 100 on the A mode, and reset the cartridge, and my progress was gone. And I went in and looked, and the ROM that I had for Wario's Woods was not marked as having battery backup. So the flash card did not save the game for my Wario's Woods. So I have no progress saved on Wario's Woods, even though I did beat it on the A mode. I still have B mode to beat as well. But yeah, you got to be careful about your ROMs and make sure they have the correct headers, because it was not marked properly, that ROM. And it was quite a few copies of it. I had to go searching for a copy that actually was marked as having a battery backup. So yeah, we got credits on Wario's Woods. Adventures of Lolo, we beat that. I'm planning on going back and playing the second, third American Lolo games as well. There's going to be Lolo Lundi for on Mondays. That's going to be Lolo Lundis are going to be a thing. I'm going to beat at least the 2 Nintendo ones. There's also MSX. The original Lolos were for the MSX. I'll play those. BC Lions until I get close. Yeah, it's pineapples. I love this hat. It's pineapples. It's very tropical. I figured it was appropriate for this game. So yeah, Adventures of Lolo. I'm planning on playing both the Japanese versions of those and the original versions for the computers, for like the MSX. Rampart did not get credits on that. That's a tough game. I love it though. But it was fun. I'm definitely going to play that again. Pinball Quest, beat that. Got credits on Pinball Quest. I highly recommend that. That's a game not very many people know about. I've got highlights made for all these in the collection, if you want to go check them out, of the playthroughs. Mappy, fantastic game. I don't even know how many levels there are, if that's beatable, but man, that's a fun game. That's a Famicom only game. Mario Missing, we got credits on that. Mario's Time Machine, we also got credits on that the same night. That was quite a night. Mario's Time Machine and Mario's Missing the same night was I don't know what I did to myself. We Monopoly. Oh, we played Monopoly, but we came in second place, so we don't get the star there. Dark Castle on the Mac. We beat that when we had a crazy raid came through. So I did that as a that was actually one of the bonus games. I went back to Dark Castle after I had played it and beat it. Beat it at the end of the stream. Beyond Dark Castle, the sequel. Also played that. Definitely, I haven't beaten that yet, so that doesn't have a star on it. But we did good that night. We actually got like 2 or 3 orbs, I think. We did the helicopter levels on Beyond Dark Castle. Those are fun. The helicopter pack. 21 of the 32 banks are used for the ending. That's hilarious. In those banks, the character ROMs and Ingwe, those are about like half the game, I'm guessing. So it's like 2/3 of half the game. It's like 1/3 of the game is made up for those. I want to know in bytes. I'm curious in bytes, like what percentage of the ROM it is. That is hilarious. How much of the game is used up for the closing credits? And there's so much in this game anyway. I guess they just used whatever space they had left, is my guess. Yeah, we didn't beat Beyond Dark Castle. We didn't beat Shufflepuck Cafe. That's almost impossible, especially on an emulator where there's any lag at all. You need 60 frames per second and 0 lag for Shufflepuck Cafe, I think. SimCity 2000, we got credits on that last week. We got credits, not credits, but we beat SimCity 2000. We had an exodus where all of the people left our city. Prince of Persia, 256 program. Yeah, exactly. So it's like a third of half of it. So it's like 1/6 of the game. Well, 15%. That's actually my guess. So 15% of the game. That's funny. What else? Prince of Persia. I beat 3 of the 12 levels. It took me about 4 hours, 3.5 to 4 hours, I think, to beat the first 3 levels of Prince of Persia. I'm playing on the Macintosh black and white grayscale version of that. But yeah, 12 levels in that. You get an hour of game time total. That's going to be a tricky one. Prince of Persia, yeah, we're going to go back to that. Monopoly on the Mac. Also, I played with 8 players, and I came in second place. So close. But didn't beat... We haven't won a Monopoly game yet, and I usually do pretty good at Monopoly. Tetris on the Mac. Played that for a little bit. It's painful. It's 32. That's funny. Oh, man. 30%. You did it backwards, I think, in any way. But that's funny. 21. There you go. It's late night mathing. It's tricky. So we didn't beat Tetris on the Mac. It was an original port of Tetris from '87, and it uses the weird control scheme where you don't have a soft drop, you only have a hard drop, and the hard drop is like the separate button, and your down button is your rotate. It was really strange. It was the same on the like 87, 88 version of Tetris for the Famicom. It had the same really shitty like backwards controls where the button didn't rotate, the button dropped, and the down button didn't drop. It was really strange. Your math is wrong. You typed it wrong in chat. Okay. Hey, it's all right. It's a number. It's a significant number. Percentage of that game is taken up by the credits. So that was not games in the NES. That was quite a bit. That's like over half of the games, right there. A lot of NES games. This was NES heavy. But I wanted to play a lot of the lesser known NES games that not everybody plays. So over on this side, we've got GBA. I played Mario vs. Donkey Kong. I spent a good chunk of the first month of this year. I played January was almost entirely GBA, which is what I was trying to get away from. I was like, wow, I've done nothing but play my Game Boy player. So I got it. So I did very little GBA specifically on purpose in this marathon here. So we did Mario versus Donkey Kong. We did a bit of that. Sonic 1 used a stupid large amount of cartridges for the Sega. That makes sense. I could totally see that. It's worth it though. Enigma Wave. For the GBA, we played Donkey Kong versus Mario versus Donkey Kong. We didn't get credits on that. We'd already beaten it, so we were just going through some of the extra difficult levels. Got credits on Advance Wars, and we played completely through and got credits on WarioWare, which was really fun. That was a fun night. That's a wonky game. Lots of extra levels that we haven't played on WarioWare yet, because it just gives you a random selection of levels, micro games each time you go through each level. So that was a GBA. We're doing more GBA soon, though. Try not to, the games I want to play in GBA, a lot of them are longer games. Well, it's a fun fact. That is a fun fact. Sega. For the PS3, played some really good games. All of these, I think most of these I'll be going back to. So NBA on Fire Edition. I can't wait to go back and play that. I wanted to go play that like the next night, but I was like, no, I'm going through these 42 games. I'm not going back, and I gotta power through. I gotta power forward and beat all of these games before I go back and play anything more. That was something I told myself. So we played. Of course, we didn't beat that. There's a lot to unlock in NBA Jam on Fire Edition. Turtles in Time Reshelled. We beat that on the easiest difficulty, I think. But that's the PSN digital game that was delisted. Just Arcade, another delisted one. We beat that, I think, on the easiest difficulty again. Pac-Man Championship Edition X Plus. Crazy game. Definitely will be playing more Pac-Man soon. And when I play Pac-Man, I'm going to have a Pac-Man night. And I'm going to play my record. My very first, I think it was my very first record I owned as a child. I got a birthday present as a child. And it's like a 1982 Pac-Man record. I'm going to play that at the beginning of stream time when it's Pac-Man night. Be ready for that. Be ready for the record to be playing on the stream. Galaga DX, another crazy game, very similar to the Pac-Man game with just bonkers visuals. Journey, got credits on Journey. If you haven't played Journey on the PS3, it's on the PS4 as well, I believe. It's a really cool game, really unique game. It's kind of an experience. Then we got credits on the PS3 version of that was actually the last stream. We played Tetris, and I beat all of the single player modes and unlocked. You had to beat all of the modes to unlock the last few modes, and we beat all of the unlocked modes for single player mode for the Tetris on the PS3 by EA. Ew. And then finally on the Switch, we had Cuphead. We had Flashback. We beat one boss on Cuphead in an evening. And then Flashback, played through first 2 levels, I think, on Flashback. I'll go back and finish that again. On easy mode, we hadn't played through an easy. We just quickly went through the first couple levels. Super Mario 3D World, we're at the last level. I played through one world of that, through the second last world, I believe. We're on the Bowser world on Super Mario 3D World, so we're going to be going for credits on that soon. Virtual Racing tried but failed to beat the expert race. I can't crack the nut on that expert race. I did figure out how to put on easier difficulty. But yeah, that expert race in Virtual Racing, that hairpin kills me. It's tough. Got credits on Night Trap. Got 88 out of 100, I think. We captured the augers in Night Trap. So we got 88% on that, which is pretty good. Not perfect, but we beat it. Ghouls and Goblins Resurrection. That game is awesome. That's the Ghosts and Goblins for the Switch. It's fantastic. It has super easy difficulty, which essentially gives limited lives, and I love it. So got credits on that on easiest mode. And Tetris 99 still didn't get. I wanted, my goal for winning that was to get a first place in Tetris 99 on Switch, and I still chasing that elusive first place. I've gotten second a few times. It had a third place, I think, that night. But yeah, still waiting for that first place. Still trying that first place finish in Tetris 99 before they get rid of it. I hope they don't get rid of it. They have a habit of doing stuff like that over at Nintendo. But yeah, that was the birthday for 2 games. 42 games. 42 games. I recommend, if any of you are asking about, have any questions about any of them, ask in the Discord. Yeah. I know this is kind of a shorter stream for me, but I think I'm gonna end it a little early. We're gonna go send the raid over to my buddy Kyle. He's playing Scooby-Doo. Sorry, Boomstick. Yeah, no, I know. It's Sunday night. I wanted to finish this off. I wanted to finish on a Sunday, have Star Trek Sunday, but we managed to pull that off. But I'm gonna be back for more. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and finish some of these games that I didn't finish. Now that the month is over, and there's actually a few other things. Now that I got the 42 out of the way, there's some other games that I wanted to play, but I'm like, nope. I made one exception for. I made one exception to this entire thing in terms of doing another game, which is when I did a co-stream with TKK. Shout out to the Combat King. I don't know if he's still lurking, but I made an exception. I did that co-stream. That was a lot of fun. We played through the 2-player mode of the Japanese version of Super Mario 3 with Nintendo Switch Online Famicom version. That was a lot of fun. It's a lot harder than the American version because it's a one hit always knocks you. No matter what power ups you have, you always get knocked down to small Mario when you get hit. So damage boosting is not as forgiving. But all right, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Actually, I don't even think I can do a doggo. I don't think we get a doggo redemption. I think they're all passed out right now. So you'll have to check the VODs for the. I actually posted some highlights of the doggo redemptions from some of the previous streams. If you guys want to, if you guys need some doggo content, there's a collection, and I always try to make clips of them, so you guys can get your doggo fill. But let's go see hi to Kyle. He's playing on the original Xbox. He is playing Scooby Doo. So let's raid Kyle and say, "How are you, Scooby